Let's be real for a second. We all know that guy. Maybe you are that guy. You'll be sitting in a coffee shop or hanging out in a Discord call, and someone casually mentions they need to reinstall Windows because it's running slow. And then out of absolutely nowhere, it happens. The classic line, "Oh, you use Windows? That's cute. I use Arch, by the way. I compiled my own kernel this morning." My desktop environment is a customized i3-gap setup that I personally configured with a 500-line config file. It's very efficient. It's such a stereotype at this point, but unfortunately, it's also completely true. Why is that? Why does every single Arch Linux user treat their operating system like it's a luxury car that they didn't just buy, but actually built from scratch with their own hands in a garage? Today we're going to figure out why they never shut up about it. And by the end of this video, you might actually understand them. Or worse, you might want to become one of them. The core of this whole phenomenon comes down to psychology, specifically the "I built this" syndrome. Think about it this way. Installing Arch Linux is nothing like installing Windows or even Ubuntu. On those systems, you click Next about 10 times, wait for a progress bar, and you're done. With Arch, you start with absolutely nothing. Just a black screen and a command line staring back at you. You have to manually partition your own disk. You have to install the base system using terminal commands. You have to set up your own network, choose and install your own desktop environment, and configure your own login manager. It is a stressful and annoying process. You will probably break everything and have to start over the first 3 times you even attempt it. But here's the thing. When you finally get it working after all that struggle, when you boot up and see that beautiful, minimal, completely custom desktop that you built with your own 2 hands and a lot of Stack Overflow copy-pasting, that feeling hits different. That is pure dopamine. That is the feeling of finishing a 2,000-piece puzzle that had missing pieces. So when an Arch user shows you their setup, they aren't just showing you an operating system. They are showing you a trophy. They are showing you something they suffered for and conquered. But it's not just about getting the system to function. It's about making it gorgeous. In the Linux world, we call this ricing. It's the art of making your desktop so visually over-engineered that it becomes functionally useless because you spent 6 hours making sure the clock font perfectly matches the terminal background color. And this is where the not shutting up part really kicks in. When an Arch user spends 12 hours configuring their status bar to show the CPU temperature in Kelvin with a gradient that shifts colors based on the time of day, they have to show someone. They cannot let that effort go to waste. It's like cooking a 5-star Michelin meal and then eating it alone in the dark. You need an audience. You need someone to appreciate the fact that your terminal is transparent and has a blur effect while showing system metrics that you will never actually need in real time. Okay, jokes aside, let's get practical for a moment. Why is this obsession actually productive? Why should you as a viewer care about any of this? Because this obsessive drive to customize leads to real mastery. When you are forced to set up your own system manually, you actually learn how your computer works on a fundamental level. You learn what a bootloader is and why you need one. You learn what a display manager does. You learn how to read error logs and fix things when they break because you are the one who built the system in the first place. You don't just reinstall the whole OS when something goes wrong, you troubleshoot, and the Arch Wiki, by the way, is literally the best documentation on the entire internet for Linux. If you use Arch, you learn to actually read documentation. And that skill, reading the manual and solving your own problems instead of panicking, is what separates a script kiddie from an actual power user. So yeah, Arch users might be annoying, but while the average Windows user reinstalls the OS at the first sign of a blue screen, the Arch user just reads the wiki, finds the solution, and fixes it in 5 minutes. Another reason they won't shut up about their setup is the bleeding edge factor. Arch is a rolling release distribution. You install it once, and you receive continuous updates forever. You never have to wait for a major version upgrade to get new software. You get it immediately as soon as it's released by the developers. That is incredibly appealing to people who want the latest features. But there's a catch. It's called the bleeding edge because you will bleed. Sometimes an update breaks something important, and the Arch community, they wear this instability like a badge of honor. When you finally fix a break after an update, you feel like you've been initiated into a secret club. You've survived the struggle. You've earned your place, and once you're in the club, you naturally want to tell everyone outside the club that the water is way better in here, even if it sometimes gives you a shock. So, should you try Arch? If you're a complete beginner, maybe don't make it your main computer right away, but spin up a virtual machine, follow a guide, try to install it, break it on purpose, fix it again. The goal here isn't to become the annoying guy at the party who won't stop talking about his operating system. The goal is to take control of your own machine to actually understand the tools you use every single day, and if you end up with a really cool looking desktop in the process and you want to tweet a screenshot, go for it. Just try not to bring it up at the coffee shop. We get it. He used Arch.